Rare Moon Bears Freed from Bile Farm. A 3-year campaign sponsored by the Animals Asia Foundation has resulted in the rescue of 5 endangered Asian black bears, also known as moon bears, from a bile farm in Olac or Vietnam. The cooperation of the Olac or Vietnamese Central Forest Protection Department and the nation's environmental police, who assisted in the initial investigation and sent several dozen officials to the rescue operation, also helped ensure its success. According to Animals Asia founder and CEO Jill Robinson, the bears had been kept in small cages and tortured regularly to have their bile fluid extracted, a process that brings extremely adverse consequences to the animals in producing a so-called health substance for humans.
In Vietnam, 4,000 bears are still milked for their bile in the country, some of them every single week. They use a 6-inch spinal needle which they put into the abdomen and into the gallbladder, and they will then take out the needle, lick the needle to determine whether they have found the bile in the gallbladder, and then they will put the needle back into the same place, extract the bile. So this multiple stabbing with a needle into the bear's abdomen and gallbladder must be causing bile leakage, which is very detrimental to the bears, causes massive infection. And also what we're finding is that they are using illegal drugs to anesthetize these bears. We need much more support behind us. We've seen great help from the Vietnam government, but we need much more.
In the recent rescue, the 5 bears were safely transported to the Animals Asia Moon Bear Rescue Center in Tam Dao National Park. However, Ms. Robinson commented on their conditions of poor health, which are typical across the industry. Some of the bears display signs of malnutrition, while others are physically and psychologically compromised, with one missing a front limb and others with head scars, broken teeth and severely cracked paws. All will need their damaged gallbladders removed.
For her many years of dedicated efforts to save the moon bears, Supreme Master Ching Hai had honored Ms. Robinson with the Shining World Compassion Award. Meanwhile, Animals Asia supporters, government officials, and non-governmental agencies have appealed for the release of all bears being trapped and tormented on bile farms.
There are over 10,000 highly endangered moon bears being kept in tiny cages like this across Asia. These gentle creatures are milked for their bile because it is believed to be a health tonic. It's a cruel and unnecessary practice when there are over 50 natural and man-made alternatives that deliver exactly the same healing effect.
We are relieved to hear of the great news for these 5 rescued moon bears. Our sincere thanks, Ms. Robinson, Animals Asia and global supporters, for your united endeavors to end this needless suffering.
May the day come soon that all innocent animal friends are regarded with protection, respect, and love.